Hey guys, this is Andrew with Andy's Lawns. Today I'm going to show you my setup for mulching. As you can see, some of my tools that were in the last video. Go ahead and start over with your wheelbarrow. Nothing fancy at all. Does the job quite well. Got myself a shovel. Flat-headed shovel nevertheless. Come over here. We have knee pads. These come in very handy when you're going along sidewalks, rocks, driveways, all that good stuff. The dirt really, me personally, does not bother me a whole lot, but when I'm nailing down on gravel and sidewalks, your knees start to bother you pretty quickly. If you don't notice it right then and there, you will notice it the next day. We got some weed preventative. This is my toolbox, miscellaneous tools in there. I know that was in another video. If you have a client that has not had their garden bed edged in quite some time, this might help you out a little bit, so that way you can make your lines exactly where you need them. Just marking paint is all that is. Come along this way, we got our trimmer. Trim up any excess grass that needs to along the garden beds. Now here we have extension that hook to the trimmer. If you have a taller tree that has some branches you need to get removed, this hooks right up to the trimmer. And we have this here as well, trim up bushes and so forth, that hooks to the trimmer as well. We have extension for those. We also have these. Sometimes these come in handy real quick. You can clean up something that you might have missed previously. We have this one's electric. It's very, very good other than having an extension cord. I have a story to tell about this, but I'll save that for another video. So we're gonna move on to the trailer. This is just a light duty trailer I bought from Tractor Supply. I believe it was around $800-900 bucks. Somewhere in there. I bought it brand new. I added some things to it, as you can tell. I'll just kind of do a walkthrough around it. It's about 2-3 years old. There's my business sign. I always keep my business sign on the back. You're sitting at a stoplight, you're in an area that you work at, somebody sees that. I actually had somebody call me the other day, and they drove past me and they see my sign when I was going down the road, so they gave me a call. So absolutely good. I had this sign here made at Staples. It came with rivets and stuff like that. I originally zip tied it to the back of here, but that was no good. So I went ahead and built this border around it. Here, put some bolts in it. And my wife actually picked out the design. I liked it. It was very nice of her. And I'll come over here. And as you can see, the bolts, I got them flat. So that way they're not catching on my tires or nothing like that. I'll just keep walking around the trailer. Walking around there. Here I got some rakes, got a garden hoe, got a shop broom, got a couple more shovels there. We'll swing back over here to the tools. The few things that I can think of right offhand that I'd like to add to this is a pitchfork and an actual big rake that's designed for mulching. Those are the only few things I could think. If you have some things that you like that work very well for you, go ahead and add them down to the bottom in the comment section, and I'll walk you through real quickly of how I typically do it. I will pull up to the mulch company, get my mulch picked up, and I have it dropped in the back of here. I don't try to do anything over 3 yards. I might have to make a few trips and go into the mulch company, but that's okay. I'll figure that in my pricing and so forth. Don't try to get anything over 3 yards. Before I had this toolbox in here, I made the mistake. It was my first time doing mulching. I had 3 yards dumped into the back of this truck. Do not ever do that. Somebody might get a good laugh out of it. This is only a Ford F-150, but don't ever do that. It'll squawk your whole back end down. Your front tires don't want to touch. and it was raining nevertheless, so it was wet mulch. I typically try to stick to 1 to 2 yards of mulch back here. 2 yards is iffy, but you can do it as long as it's dry. I mainly try to stick with 1 yard of mulch in here, maybe 1.5 yards, whatever your mulch company will allow you to do, and so forth. But so don't ever put 3 yards of mulch in the back of a F-150. So I'll get my mulch dropped off in here. I will then go to the client's house, and I will fill all the debris and everything up in the back of here. You can see I got some leftover debris from the job I did yesterday. I'll fill all the debris up in here, and then when I go back to the mulch company to dump off my debris, I will clean that off there, and I will get anything that's excess left over. I did not have a chance to go back to the mulch company yesterday. By the time I got done doing my job, they were closed. So therefore, I did not make it to there. But that kind of gives you a rundown of how everything I have set up. Please leave in the comments below of everything that you like about the setup, dislike about the setup. Just please be polite and respectful. And I definitely look forward to the advice and things that you've done yourself. This is meant to help encourage people that are just considering getting to the mulch industry. If you're mowing lawns and you don't want to touch mulch, especially when you're first starting off, I highly suggest getting to the mulch company. I'd much rather mow yards, but there's a lot of money to be made doing mulch jobs. So I hope that's very helpful, and have a wonderful day. And God bless, and peace out, YouTube land.